I'm Shannon, a senior software engineer. I've been working with the Zepto team for 5 years now. At the moment, I'm focused on the performance and scalability of our API and our platform and making sure that we can scale up to the demands of our enterprise customers and all the volume that they're going to start throwing at us. Team Mint is working on Pay 2 and the scalability of our platform. The opportunity to work on, not just work on, but shape the infrastructure that your country runs on, and knowing that what you do really matters to a lot of people, and the decisions you make, even the smallest ones, can have really significant impacts on real people, and knowing that the quality of your work is important. In the past, I've worked for some fairly big e-commerce stores, and one of the interesting things that might come up is a customer calling saying that their checkout has failed and they don't know how to get their goods. A common response might be, oh yeah, we're not quite sure why that is, but if you just try it in a new browser and start again, it should work. In the payment space, if someone calls you up and says, my payment didn't work, that's not an option. They're essentially relying on you to complete the payment. I really like that every payment matters, every payment is important to someone. I guess one of the things that I like working in engineering at Zepto is there are just so many opportunities of interesting things to work on. If you're passionate, you really can put up your hand. So that there's a lot of scalability challenges dealing with enterprise clients. There's a lot of really interesting infrastructure problems dealing with the new payment rails, Pay 2 that's coming out. There's really interesting just team challenges like scaling out the team and figuring out how we're going to do that. There's customer experience problems. There's any kind of interesting technical problem that you can imagine is there. And if you're really interested and you can kind of be passionate about it and convince people that it's important, like you can work on it, which is, it's kind of a really cool time to be in a tech company.
I'm Baka and I lead the support team at the moment. I've been at Zepto for more than 3 years now, so 3.5 years. There's a lot of things that happen behind the scenes, basically because we are the forefront when we are talking to the customers. So the support team feels like we are the voice of the customers. Like once they go live, they have issues, they have got like feedback on the product, and that is our responsibility to feed it back to people in Zepto, the product team, the commercial team, how things are going with the merchant itself. So definitely feel like a voice of the customer, and we need to be sure that we are making good points and making sure that the product feedback that's been raised is like feasible. Are we going to do it? Promising something that's not going to be delivered, that is something that we need to make sure that we are doing it correctly. So that's something we take pride in, obviously. I started at Zepto as a specialist in support. Had no background in customer relations or anything of that sort. Being promoted to a lead role, obviously had no management skills, but then having stepped into that role has obviously made me think about what I want to do and is this where I want to be in the next few years or so. And that has really helped me because previously I was like, okay, I'm going to be in an engineering role where I'll just be coding. That wasn't something I was enjoying, but like being at Zepto just helped me realize, okay, this is what I enjoy the most and this is what I need to do. So obviously Zepto has helped me shape that as well, and the growth is obviously following.
My name is Victor. My role at Zepto is Security Program Manager. So I work closely with the head of security in the security team. I actually joined at the last summit that we had a year ago. Went to the first summit that we had and got to meet everyone, and that was just a huge like kickstart in terms of just, you know, introducing myself to everyone in the company. Like that was just like really good timing to be able to sort of meet everyone and do a sort of similar strategy type thing. The security function at Zepto has grown over the last year. We've implemented a bunch of new tools and vendors to uplift all sorts of things, from email security to data loss prevention to vendor management, just a whole sort of massive scope that has just been improved over the last 12 months, and there's even more improvements to come. The company values and the company goals are so aligned with like roadmap planning that you can easily see every like deliverable that you deliver goes towards the company goals. Zepto is unique in that it has a really wonderful company culture. I can just casually talk to the CEO or someone from marketing, or, you know, like someone on my team, like at the same level, that doesn't really have that hierarchy sort of feel. But also Zepto really prioritizes and appreciates security. So I know not every company does, and security is just like a cost center for some companies, but Zepto is sort of security first, which being in cybersecurity I really appreciate.
My name is Blake Astley. I'm a senior software engineer here at Zepto. I live in a town called Wollongbar. It's about 30 minutes from Byron Bay, and working remotely is really important to me, especially in a tech role. It's kind of the only way I could be in a tech role. I work full-time from home. We have an office in Byron as well. When I started at Zepto, I was in the customer support team with the goal of joining the engineering team the whole time. Managed to work with some really smart people who were really helpful in teaching, and I learnt a lot through them. Transitioned into a junior engineer role and moved through the ranks from there over 4.5 years, 5 years. So a day in the life at Zepto normally kicks off with a team meeting. Our team in engineering, we meet every day, just a quick stand-up. Normally there's other meetings in the mornings, and then after that, the afternoon, some good solid focus time to get into some code, review some code, or help other team members. This was my first experience seeing a company grow from 10 to now 80, 90 people, which has been really exciting, and just the opportunity for career growth has been awesome.